Python Boolean expression and OR. In Python, if you write something like Python appears to return spam if the Boolean statement is true and X otherwise. Could someone explain this behavior? Why is the expression not being evaluated like one long Boolean? Edit. Specifically, I'm trying to figure out the mechanism why spam, or X, is being returned as the result of the expression.
Try using parentheses to make the expression non-ambiguous. The way it is, you're getting.
The reason is that Python evaluates Boolean expression using the actual values of the variables involved, instead of restricting them to true and false values. The following values are considered to be false: none, false, 0 of any numeric type, empty sequence or set, user-defined types with underscore underscore non-zero underscore underscore, or underscore underscore len underscore underscore, method that returns 0 or false. See the truth value testing section of the Python documentation for more information. In particular, operations and built-in functions that have a Boolean result always return 0 or false for false and 1 or true for true, unless otherwise stated. Important exception: the Boolean operations OR and always return one of their operands.
The operators AND and OR are short-circuiting, which means that if the result of the expression can be deduced from evaluating only the first operand, the second is not evaluated. For example, if you have the expression A or B and A evaluates to true, then it doesn't matter what B is, the result of the expression is true, so B is not evaluated. They actually work as follows. A and B: if A is falsy, B is not evaluated and A is returned, otherwise B is returned. A or B: if A is truthy, B is not evaluated and A is returned, otherwise B is returned. Falsy and truthy refer to values that evaluate to false or true in a Boolean context. However, this AND OR idiom was useful back in the days when there was no better alternative, but now there is a better way. The problem with the AND OR idiom, apart from it being confusing to beginners, is that it gives the wrong result if the condition is true but spam evaluates to a falsy value, e.g. the empty string. For this reason, you should avoid it.
This is how the Python Boolean operators work. From the documentation, the last paragraph explains why it is a good idea that the operators work the way they do. In the context of Boolean operations, and also when expressions are used by control flow statements, the following values are interpreted as false. False, none, numeric 0 of all types, and empty strings and containers, including strings, tuples, lists, dictionaries, sets, and frozen sets. All other values are interpreted as true. See the underscore underscore non-zero underscore underscore special method for a way to change this. The operator not yields true if its argument is false. False otherwise, the expression x and y first evaluates x. If x is false, its value is returned. Otherwise, y is evaluated and the resulting value is returned. The expression x or y first evaluates x. If x is true, its value is returned. Otherwise, y is evaluated and the resulting value is returned. Note that neither and nor or restrict the value and type they return to false and true, but rather return the last evaluated argument. This is sometimes useful, e.g., if s is a string that should be replaced by a default value if it is empty, the expression s or foo yields the desired value. Because not has to invent a value anyway, it does not bother to return a value of the same type as its argument, so e.g. not foo yields false, not